Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you guys are all having a great day. Let me see. Okay, cool. Got the right microphone, I think, going. And hey, Foxy and Sage. Yeah, it's been all right. I'm. I was trying to decide if I should. I guess I wanted to do this video because I wanted to. I think people are going to be shocked if, he's been trying to get a hold of me. Of course, he was upset, but I think maybe he seems a lot more like maybe he's off whatever he was using. And I think it's only fair we hear. I mean, there has been a lot said about him on this channel, so it's only fair that we hear from him. Um, But he also claims that he's going around saying, and I believe him. I believe he saw somebody, but it was not me. I do believe he saw somebody because the timing, everything, and I'm going to find out. And if we don't find out through him, we'll pull police reports and FOIAs of every time the police has been called at Ben Hill, because the incident, the police were called for a group of people when Bill Benton was over there. I do know that for a fact, but I don't know who the group of people were. And this is like been a couple years ago or whatever. Like, I don't know for a fact. Anyways, Bill Shipley is, pissed because of the stuff that his ex put out on him here on my channel. And I was talking to, and he thinks that we're still cool, which is not true. According to his messages. But anyways, in every message he's like calling me like saying that he saw me up up on the hill doing meth. And I'm like who does he, because think about it, guys. There's three women in this community with like my similar name, and we all have kind of lightish hair and blue eyes. Long, lightish hair and blue eyes. There's Andrea from Bullhorn Betty, Adrian from Krama Mama, and Adrian from Ziggy. Everybody always used to confuse me with Krama Mama. So I need to talk to him and see who he really saw up there and who all was with that person and everything, because it was not me. So we're going to talk to him and see also. Now I think since he's been arrested and stuff, I think he's like trying to be good. It seems like it anyways. So maybe I can. I just couldn't. I just couldn't talk with somebody like that was so. I mean, you saw the stuff he was posting on Facebook, so it didn't seem like he was like. But I would like to see if we can make that happen. So I contacted him back from his messages. He's been trying to get a hold of me for months. It might go bad. I don't know. But I would like to know who he actually saw up there. I think that's really important. I wish somebody who has the ability would be able. I don't know if anybody out there in Hawkins or whatever can do this and how much it would be, but we really need to FOIA every police call that's happened at the wells in like the past like 5 years. We really, really, really do. And every person that's been up on that hill, of course, they're going to be, a lot of the stuff, is going to be probably edited. But it's going to tell us the people who were hanging out up there at the hill and partying with the wells. I think that's really important for us to know, like, decipher who is for Summer Wells and who is, you know, playing games in a missing child's case, So if anybody has that ability, I'm begging you to try to get all police calls that in the last 5 years at the wells. That would help a lot. I feel like I think it would be very eye-opening and telling. And we'd also be able, because I know the police have been called up there, and there was an incident with Bill Bitton when the police was called up there. So I'm very interested, and it will only be a matter of time before this stuff comes out, no matter what. Eventually somebody's going to say something. Hey, Melissa. Hey, country girl. Amos. Michelle. November Rain. Hey, Michelle. But I do realize that there's like this hate campaign going on right now. They're taking turns trying to white knight for Andy Bernard, but please don't send me the stuff. I don't care, because they're purposely just trying to like change public opinion. And really, I mean, it's kind of laughable seeing all the people that's part of it, because it's all the, like look at their chat. It's all the hate channels and horrible people of the community that's always in all the drama. That's all it is like circle jerks, 666s, all the hate channels, tragedy pimps exposed, like the whole chat. Like that's everything. That's it. They're not at all concerned about Summer Wells. So I'm not going to get any information or anything that they're talking about over there is not going to be beneficial for me to hear. Or really, it would just be a waste of time. So yeah, just don't send me that stuff unless you think that it's super important or serious that I know, or something that could help find clues to who were these people that snuck up on Fred's property. See, every time they come out and do this stuff in this campaign, it really brings my attention back on them. Like I had like stopped even looking into that incident and who snuck up on the hill and stuff. I had heard from a couple people, and I'm not outing them right now, from more than one, that Jenny was bragging that she was going to go around or bragging that she was going to set Fred up and buy cocaine off of him, which he wasn't dealing cocaine. But I do hear that's her DOC. And Don Wells' drug of choice. So when this incident happened up at Fred's about somebody getting hit and Bill Benton showing up, which was weird because Bill Benton is not friends with Fred and didn't come around there. He's buddies with Don. It really seemed like somebody sent him to distract Fred while they were sneaking around on his property. And one of those people had a gun. And whoever those people were, it's a very serious crime because the gun went off and somebody could have been killed. So whoever that was, of course, they're going to want to be very tight-lipped. It's very serious. Not only were they trespassing, they had a firearm on them, and the gun went off. It's highly serious. And I think that whoever's involved knows that and is scared shitless. But it's going to come out because that incident, the police were called and came out to 110. So they were out there. So we'll know who were the people that were hanging out at the hill and partying with the Wells and up there doing drugs with the Wells. Like how disrespectful to Summer Wells to be up on a hill drinking and partying with the Wells as YouTube creators while you're trying to, you know what I mean? So if we find that out, I just think it's very, very strange that Bill Shipley thinks he saw me on the hill. And everybody was confusing me for Krama Mama for the longest time. We even sound alike. So, and that's why, you know, we both have huge freaking hips. I've lost weight, but like, yeah, at the time, like, I mean, so I could see somebody confusing us back then. Oh yeah, so I don't. That was CSI Piper. Is well, where's Piper stand in all this now? You know, I don't know. I've been thinking about reaching out to her. I don't know where she stands. She used to be Andy's number one. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, it's just so I would just ask people not to really send me stuff unless you think it's something I really need to see. It's important because all that's going to do is like get my mind confused with bullshit and distract. And that's what they're trying to do. They're literally trying to go one at a time. You guys have seen it. They like all had a schedule today, one after another, like going live about Friggy. Seriously, since that incident, or even before that, they were all taking turns going live about us. It's so obvious what these people are doing. So just stay focused, and I'm going to try to myself stay focused. And I don't come on here as much anymore, and I, even though I've been on here a lot the probably past few days, you know, it might be like a week in between that I come in or go live. It doesn't mean anything. It's just that I'm, you know, working elsewhere, so I don't make this my number one priority anymore. Hey, Kitty Ann. That's when they changed. I plead the fifth, but yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and dog that or talk about them because I'm not going to give them even that attention. We can refer to them, not, you know. I mean, I don't care what you guys do. I don't like, you know, being like a freaking Nazi, a chat Nazi. Sorry, I mean, I just don't, and I apologize. Like, hey, Blue Bella. I like people to be able, you not have to worry about what they're saying, but I'm just probably going to try to ignore even mentioning them or referring to them. Or instead, we could just focus on some of the good videos some of you guys have made, um, like Shay's Safe Place. The ones that have sense, you know. So, I'm trying, Melissa. Every day I try to be a better person. And even I don't like getting upset like that, you know. I just can't help it. I've tried to. I wanted to be able to like be up there without getting up so upset, but I just could not handle the lies and the gaslighting them right to my face, and I can't stay calm. And so it's just best that I don't associate at all, because I don't like getting like that. But it really upsets me when people intentionally try to confuse and change things in Summerwell's case, just because of who they like and don't like, as far as creators. To me, that's so immature and petty, and disrespectful to Summer. I mean, I could go on and on. You don't belong in true crime if that's, you need to go to the drama, community, which they kind of all have. I mean, in a way, that's kind of where they've all kind of took off to. Well, I meditated about just calm down. And I know I'm used to it. Like, for years, this happens. They do this. None of these people stand on their own. Like, I stand on my own. I don't have to have people on my panel to back me and what I'm saying. Every single time these people have to go in groups, and then they all together in the background, like, are scheduling so that they're one after another, so they take over freaking YouTube with all this, like, crazy confusion. And I just think it's sad more for Summer Wells than anything. Not sad for me, it's sad that these people don't even care enough about Summer Wells and her getting justice. They're more worried about being right about something, or looking wrong, being wrong, being wrong or right. That's what they're more worried about. It's so unfair to Summer Wells for them to do that. And it's just, I love that that everybody is finally starting to see this. And I love that when I do happen to see, the stuff, I like seeing in the chats less and less of the people that matter. I love seeing less and less of, it's all, now it's just like all like haters, and it's kind of funny. But it's not funny, really, when you think about it, like, really think about it. And I'm just not going to be a part of it, like, as far as the back and forth, like, so. Right, when Evil entered. Hey, Mimi06. Yeah, Marie, they are. Yep, and Don Wills. And Tim Mullins. Who else was it that they were defending too? It was like some kind of sex offender that they were like. It's just crazy. Yeah, and I can't let myself get there again, Rhiannon. The problem is when I start, like, it's so true. Negativity breeds negativity, or whatever that saying is. Negativity brings negativity, or breeds negativity. Both similar. But it's true. Like, when you start focusing on negativity, if you listen to negativity, it consumes you, and then of course, you're going to want to respond. And then it just keeps going and going and going. I know. I just think that they're scared that they're going to look really stupid. I truly, truly believe that. And I think it's sad that people's pride is coming the way of their critical thinking and just is coming in between their reality and truth. Like, you know, like how do I just don't understand. I don't understand how they could see some of the things they've seen and still act like they do. But yeah. And everybody comments like, and I'm not trying to, I'm very humble, but everybody's commenting on how like good me and Fred are doing, how good we are looking better. Fred's been clean for 2 years. I'm losing weight, everything, you know, we're getting more stable. And what's happening with all these people? You know what I mean? Proof is in the pudding. Actions speak louder than words. Like, and I think it's funny that people are completely ignoring their sensibilities just because they don't like me. Hey, Roxy and Judy. I see you occasionally, Marie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is just so stupid to even respond because, like, the stuff, you know, is so hypocritical. Like, I can't, every single, like, I have, uh, very, every single thing that I've heard them say is just so hypocritical. It's like somebody, I'm not even, somebody told me last night that one of them were saying, getting on me for saying Journey's name. And it's like, isn't that the same one that was acting like they were going to adopt Jody Sue's daughter and be her best friend? Like, what? You weirdo. I can't say a child's name, but you can try to like have a child, a Jody Sue's child move in with you and become friends with them. Like that's real rational thinking. I mean, come on now. Plus, you guys, I mean, what are you gonna believe? I mean, when I get all mad and stuff, I can't keep my thoughts straight, you know? And I start just saying whatever, and I sound stupid. It's much better when I'm calm and I can keep my keep my thoughts straight and address things. But I can't go on these panels and address and listen to these people because um it just really upsets me what these people are doing. Thank you, Bluebella. 500. I know that she was asking for money from PG and yes, from Lips too, and others. And see, of course, in Blue Bella, like he has, he's monitored, and so you know he has to do regular drug screens and stuff. Not anymore. I plead the fifth, and for some of them, it never was. Thank you, Judy. He was saying he wanted 500 for who was a country girl, and she was saying she wanted 500 for his or who's his. Right. I mean, oh, is that what you think they are trying to do, is get me to leave YouTube again? I don't understand that. I think that people should be concerned when they see things like that. Honestly, I honestly, if I were you guys, I would be like, why are these people so, I mean, it determined to put these lies out about, I mean, people are starting to see it's just straight up lies and bullshit, and then the stuff that they say or stuff they do have on us is so exaggerated, and just it's, you could tell, and people are starting to see they're exaggerating and twisting things, twisting my words, and it's hard to ignore. It's just hard to ignore the hypocrisy and fakeness. It's hard to, even if you don't like me, like how does people, please, like, in the name of Summer Wells, do not freaking just support them because you don't like me. Like, you know if you are over there supporting them, in my opinion, you are disrespecting Summer Wells. I'm sorry, but you guys do what you want, and I'm not gonna, like, I you know how I am about people, but to me, they're trying to distract. All that does is fill your brain with this nonsense and confusion, and it doesn't help you try to, for those who are trying to figure out what happened, or help figure out what happened to Summer. I truly feel that these people are just like scared of looking really stupid. Either way, the truth's going to come out eventually, you know? I was getting upset because I knew she was using, and I couldn't understand why for 2 weeks PG had people giving money to Marlena. I don't know. Fred told her that, she was definitely using. I mean, and he tried. I mean, but then PG kind of turns things sometimes, and she gets on these rants, and she does it sometimes. It's like, do you even remember what you said the night before? No, they aren't admitting he was on the road, Shannon. One of them straight up said yesterday, he was not on the road. And it's like, how, I don't understand how somebody can say these things as facts when you have not shown any proof of that at all. Like, they have nothing, like, at all, zero type of anything. The only thing I've heard that people are telling me is that they're going around a certain one of them saying, oh, just trust me, I have it, and then they'll never show it. Trying to get people's trust that they have proof that Andy was not on the road. It just makes it seem weird. Like, where do these people come from? Like, why? I yeah, well, they didn't think, Shannon, that he said that in that call. Of course not. I knew that they were gonna try to turn things around to however they wanted to, and even if it came out straight out from law enforcement that he was, they would have some kind of freaking excuse. I mean, they'd have something. I guarantee it. There would be something else that they would deflect to, or, be like, but you did this, or Fred did this. It's like the most, the best one they like to do is say, well, Fred was on the road too. It's like, yeah, that's how he saw Andy Bernard on the road. Duh. Of course. He had to be there to see Andy. Duh. These people are like brain scientists, I swear. Oh, well, Jenny says says no, he did not say that. What people need to remember about that situation and why maybe law enforcement didn't pressure Andy is you got to understand Andy lived on the road. So at the beginning, it wouldn't have been suspicious about him being on the road. You see what I mean? When they're seeing Andy on the road, they're not going to think much of it because he lived back there. Little did they know a year or two later he was going to come out and start denying that he was on the road. You know what I mean? So hopefully this stuff has got back to him, which he called him himself, and so he made him aware. And I've contacted him, obviously. So yeah, that's how people need to remember at the beginning. They wanted to have really pressured Andy about why he was on the road. They asked him why he was driving, and he tried to act like he didn't remember on the same day of. And yeah, they were laughing about that because they thought it was ridiculous that he didn't remember what he drove that day and thought that was odd. I do know that. And if they know something we don't, I think they need to share with the class. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. I mean, exactly. Why would he doesn't? Fred doesn't have anything. Didn't have any problem with Andy. Like seriously, he's never had any beef with Andy. Why would he just like make such a thing up? Like, come on. And it's his cousin too on top of that. Like, even though they're not like close cousins, like weren't real close or anything, still like Fred doesn't he did he if you listen to our like for especially the first and second time like I met him and interviewed him, like he many times like said he didn't know to certain things I was asking him about, people like Andy and Jody Sue, and he all the time would say I didn't know about them selling drugs or doing that kind of drug, or he just told me what he knew to be true or his opinion. Like it wasn't like he was just like throwing people under the bus. He's really not like that. He's actually very big on not like um now when it comes to a child it's different, you know but snitching on people to try to get out of trouble for your bullshit is a little bit different, just depending. But when his child is involved, that shit's all out the window. In that bust, Fred told me that bust from 2013 or 2011 of all those people from the creek and stuff, that big drug bust that people say like Andy Bernard and Jody Sue were wires, like it was supposedly, I don't know, we don't know for fact, but it's rumored around the creek. Anyways, do you know that Fred said that every single one of those people who were busted turned on every other person? Every single one of them. Every single one of them. And you guys saw how many were arrested. Every single one of them told on the other person. Every one of them. Not one person did not. No, it was Guatemala. I know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But we did have some really good videos maybe we should watch here. from Shay's Safe.
TBI officials say in the process of speaking with neighbors about the night Summer disappeared.
In the process of speaking with neighbors about the night Summer disappeared.
Officials are looking for the...
And it's going to be solved. This isn't going to be a stranger. I guarantee you, when this is solved, and it's going to be solved, this isn't going to be a stranger. This is going to be somebody you know, somebody you've crossed paths with somewhere, somehow, in my opinion. This is a matter of...
If somehow the Wells aren't responsible, that's what I've always thought, that it's going to be somebody that they know.
You know, I never thought about that as a job. The day that we were over there helping Jody pull her stuff out, my mom showed up. And she goes, "This is pretty odd that truck ain't been found yet." Why would she say? Because she owns a red truck, baby. And at one time it did have a ladder rack on it. That's why I said that.
Did you ever see the red truck?
I seen a red truck, but I didn't see the red truck down there.
So, I pulled down here, I noticed my 3 boys are together and my heart sunk. I knew she was abducted.
Oh my god. Andy looks so sus here.
She kept talking about the man that she saw driving, and she described him in pretty detail. I offered at that time to do a sketch for free. I always do all my forensic work.
Yeah. Oh, not sus at all, dude.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He's talking to somebody. I don't think he likes talking about that.
And it's true. She brings up his breathing. Look at his chest. And you guys, wait, you got to see this freaking, like the first Q&A he did when he finally came out onto YouTube. Like everything was, I don't know, I don't remember. Especially when Chris McDonough asked him questions, it is so like, oh my God, dude, you are so freaking like guilty. Like he tells him so. Maybe that's why Jody Sue's so upset with him, because she feels like he's like told on everybody or something, or got everybody caught. Probably.
Look at his breathing.
Character. Yeah, I do this. I work with cameras, I work with law enforcement, I work with the U.S. Marshals. So finally I told her, look, contact just Detective Pruitt, give me my phone number. I will drive there to check the speed. Which is, standard 40 degrees hypocrisy. She never answered me. My question to you is, did she ever talk to you about a suspect in a red Toyota pickup truck, or describe it, or say he was suspicious, or is this just another one of those things in the imagination? I don't remember her telling me about a red
He's looking
Toyota.
to the left. To the left. When you look to the left, doesn't that mean you're lying? I look to the right when I'm thinking of things from memory. Which way do you look when lying? Well, I guess so. They claim it's debunked. There's no reliable way to tell someone's lying based fully on eye movements. While some theories suggest liars look to the right. Now, this is also, I look to the right. Maybe that's why everybody calls me a liar. Maybe I need to start like, I don't know. I don't think of that stuff.
At one point, Voldemort had told me to pass on information of where he was. about that truck state, things like that. And I honestly can't say that he was right.
There's a person on Simpson Road that has a maroon Toyota Tacoma. It's the same person who, and our Jody Sue came on here and said has a clearing that you could spy on the wells from. It has a black ladder rack. It's a maroon Toyota Tacoma with black ladder rack. That's on Simpson Road.
But we passed that as well, still never heard anything.
You wouldn't hear anything.
I really don't know the
Amen, sister.
I found that red Toyota truck with ladder racks on it, but I gotcha.
I do know that I was seeing a red truck. It wasn't bright red. Charlotte has an adventure, especially at work. You've been letting me, because that day she disappeared and she's running late, right? Working over. Guarantee he wasn't. So guarantee he wasn't. So he knew.
Guarantee he wasn't.
Time was coming. Cops knew he wasn't.
Cops knew he wasn't. Guarantee he wasn't. I'm also going to get a hold of the other neighbor who I heard was telling another group of people, her going around acting like they didn't act like they don't know that they heard it. But I'm going to contact a certain neighbor who is very friendly, and I'm sure will talk to me because I've talked to him before. And I'm going to ask him if he saw Andy Bernard on the road, and I'll record it for you guys, okay? I'm sure, watch, he'll probably be panicking, trying to get a hold of who they think I'm talking about. Watch.
And he was next door, and truth coming. I mean, all kinds of things. They just ship. I promise you from.
I was laughing at your guys' comments. Great video by Shay's Place. So I watched that one earlier.
I'm going to show you guys
I haven't seen this
exactly what happens when you get too damn close to suspects or people surrounding a missing child.
And she's got her hand over her mouth. She's like, I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking. I can't breathe. I'm, all this stuff. This is weird.
It's a performance.
It is, and that's why it's hard for me. Like, I don't. I think she knows this isn't true. Yeah. It's not right. And if something is wrong, she needs to get off on it.
Oh God, guys, I didn't know it was me. I don't know if I want to listen to me get all upset. We probably better watch something I don't know. I don't want to get upset again. But true, very true. I think people need to pay attention to this. Here, let me share this. I agree. I absolutely freaking agree. Amen. And I haven't watched it. And I mean, she could be talking crap about me, but I don't think so. But, I did get close to, I guess, what some people might call a suspect. I call him a witness. But I believe she's more talking about Don Wells and Andy Bernard, Jody Sue even. So I haven't listened back to when I was on their panel and got really upset. And I don't know if I want to listen now, but if you guys want to hear it, that's when I went up on panel yesterday. I'm guessing that's probably what she's playing there. And I was very highly, highly upset. Okay, so just be prepared. But here we go right here. Let's go to this video. I think this is another good one that I posted here. I think this Don B. Because I think this is, like I said right here, this is something we need to watch at least like once a month to remind us, of what was said. So this is Don B. And I like that he put this up. I think it's really, and clipped it so it's easy to find. People can hear it. And people can see, like, we're not just making stuff up about Andy Bernard, okay? Who hands who money that day? Don handed Andy money. Don paid Andy. I could tell that Shay was upset in that video. And I hope he, guess when I had not seen those church videos this summer, very disturbing. Oh my God. Yeah, that one was horrible. I guess that we need a trigger warning. I forgot about that. I forgot about the end of this. You guys, this is disturbing at the end. Okay. Like really disturbing. And I usually don't give trigger warnings, but, because I think they're stupid, but I don't know. The picture video is very, I don't know. I mean, I know how kids, they do like sometimes do things that they don't realize, but oh my God, everybody else, like I had so many people like messaging me, telling me, oh my God, people were going off. Like they were so mad at this because they thought it was just so like, I mean, you could tell like they were just like being so hateful, and it's just so obvious, the agenda. It's like yeah, I know, Missy. Like I said earlier, watch how it works. They've all these hate the drama community of the true crime community have all come together. They all come together and they like say, let's all go after Ziggy about Andy at the same time. I'll go live there. We'll just go constantly live about her nonstop, one after another. And we're just going to change everybody's opinion about Ziggy and Fred. And everybody's going to come back to Andy's side and everything's going to be glorious. That's what they're thinking. That is what they're doing. They started doing this yesterday. Even before, because even Chasing even said she got had just got out of another one about me, and then it must have been Chasing and Jenny's turn, and then it was the next person's turn and the next person. If you've noticed, there's been somebody live one after another about Fred or myself for like the past couple days. So it's all a script or like a thing that they're doing on purpose. I've been through it before. I've seen this rodeo before, but thank God I'm not. It's different now because thankfully people will see through the bullshit much easier than they did before when they didn't know me as well. Yeah, trigger warning.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Remember when Jody Sue was talking about Andy selling stuff to Candace so little girls could be sedated and touched.
Hey,
I
Jim.
ran across a video clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video clip of Jody Sue talking about Andy selling
Thank you,
stuff
Robin. That's sweet.
for little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched.
I just want you guys, I truly, guys, want you guys to follow who you believe is the most honest. You know, I want you to follow me because you believe in me and believe I'm, you know what I mean? Don't follow me because you know, I want you to follow who you really believe is being honest and stuff. If you think, yeah, I just want people follow, and I think you guys all do. I have a really great group of people here, and it's very easy to tell the difference from my chat than somebody like, you know, these other people's chats that is all hate. We don't even sit here and talk shit about them, really, you know? We just point out their hypocrisy and their lies when it comes up. I don't do videos on them. That's a waste of my time. I'm trying to find answers for Summer Wells. That's a much better use of my time since it affects my life, you know, because they want to accuse Fred just because, I mean, it's crazy to me that they can view Fred the way they do, but then view Andy the way they do. I don't understand it. It's crazy to me. I know you do, GM. Hey, Diana, it's good to see you. Oh, I know you guys all do. You don't have to say it. I know you do. And I know the ones that do. And I love that. I absolutely love how time has healed, like has revealed, you know, has like completely started to reveal the truth slowly. It takes longer than I would like. But I just love to watch, you know, karma take its course, you know, and slowly you can even see, like, it doesn't even bug me anymore at all because everybody in their chat is all like, I'm sorry, like the trashiest of trashy people, you know, all the people who are just hateful and, you know, envious, jealous, just evil people, you know? So why do I care about that? Those people. I have a really good group of supporters who are really great people, and you know, and we can focus on what's important, and those who want to get on board and, you know, work together, like, and truly want to and not be a part of that bullshit, then cool. And I'm cool with you, you know, even if we've had beef before or whatever. I don't have beef with anybody. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. So yeah, I think we should just focus our time on something more productive. And I just think it's sad to me that they're trying to move the case backwards by adding confusion on purpose just because they don't like me. I don't believe them at all. It's funny that they're going there and acting like I'm not the passionate one. I'm not the one. I'm sitting here acting like I'm just lying. If I'm shaking physically, it's not, you know, it's not because I can't just, I mean, I don't even know what they said. I just heard that and I was like, really? They're saying I'm faking and lying? And I knew, Rhonda, that when people got to know Fred, it was, and I encouraged them all, even the ones talking shit now, to talk to Fred, you know, and because I knew if they really wanted the truth, they would, you know, but they don't want the truth. So they just don't, guys. Anybody who's sitting there I mean, how can you take serious somebody who is like, I'm sorry for the language, but dick riding like Don Wells? I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, for real. And then like their other buddy was like taking Andy out to dinner every freaking all the time and becoming best friends with them. That Krama Mama one. So like these people have really danced with the devil. And I mean, I'm sorry. Like, it's not my fault that they went the wrong path. And now, like, don't want to admit because of their pride. It's not my problem. I've dealt with a lot of shit and hate, sticking with my integrity and sticking to what I believe to be the truth. Even when basically the whole freaking internet, it seemed like anyways, the whole internet was against me, no matter what, I stuck to what I believe. And it's paying off and they're freaking mad. And that's all there is to it.
That's very disturbing. Watch what Summer does with her hands. And like I said, after seeing this, yeah, a bunch of people
trigger warning, guys,
lot of explaining to do.
Well, that's good. Y'all go over there and ask why exactly it is he was selling drugs to the children at 110. Why he was potentially causing little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched with the shit he was selling over there. Go ask. Because I have fucking questions. Not standing in front of him anymore. Yeah. And I found about a few days before all the shit went down. I'm not kidding, dude. And I got the fucking receipts on it. And I'm sure law enforcement does as well.
Oh, thank you, Mother Legend.
He had known Summer was also being abused, and he hid it from everybody, including me. And
so what do you, in what way do you think she means Summer being abused? Huh? What way do you think that she means Summer, that he knew Summer was being abused and he hid it from everybody, even me? Do you guys think it was physical abuse? It doesn't sound like it to me when she's talking about pills and sedation.
He had known Summer was also being abused, and he hid it from everybody, including me. And he was very much selling drugs to the children at 110, and to Candace for those children. Now, what all that was, I don't know. But I do know what was happening. And I very much think it plays a role in what was happening to other little girls over there. And I very much do think that it could be part of why Summer looked so asleep. Is maybe possibly Candace giving her the shit Andy was selling to her. So go ask.
Wise old lady, you did.
Because I still have fucking questions. And I think that it was occurring since before the Utah trip. It is part of why Josie was taken to Utah.
I believe that.
Even though that was kind of a fucking lie. Right? Why he went to Utah. But it's Andy's fault. And Candace's.
So there, right there, so they went to Utah. That's when Jose came out there. What was that? October 2020. So obviously something started happening around that time. This is when shit started to hit the fan, I think, is right around the time that they went off to Utah. And, you know, why was Candace putting up the house all of a sudden? She was supposed to go out and move out there too, remember? Trying to sell the house. They were just going to get gone. Why is that? Did they have somebody looking for them? Did they owe money to somebody? You know, CPS? Were they worried about CPS? Like, pretty interesting that Jody Sue mentions here that what happened to like that whole Utah thing was because of Andy and Dawn, right? She said very much Andy's fault. Now she wants to backpedal. Of course, you know, it just depends how she's feeling. But the most triggering part is about to play here of Summer. 111 in chat. There's 338. Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, there might have been before, though.
You remember Candace saying Josie was, or Alice, or one of them talking about how Josie was using, and it's the reason he was taken. It's not the reason Josie was taken out there. But shit occurring around that time.
Oh, cool.
Is why. He's responsible for it. From before Utah until. So you go ask him why he was selling drugs to those children. And to Candace for the children. Go ask. And ask him what type other than weed.
All right, guys. Oh. So, I mean, it could be innocent. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to, there's a way to donate memberships. I haven't done it for a while, but I don't see the option anymore. It says, I'm trying to give the memberships that maybe if I go to, we're going to see some of who's in the bushes. Yep, exactly, miss. Woohoo! Okay, well, cool. All good. All the awesome people got one. So, oh, yay! More awesome people! Woohoo! I'm happy with that. All right. So, anyways, I always forget about those. I don't know really what it does. All it does is put a butterfly in front of you. It doesn't, people think that it doesn't give us any money. It just gives you guys, like, I don't ever have members only type stuff because I always feel bad doing that. I don't know. I just feel like other people do it all the time and have members only, like summer wells and stuff. But to me, it makes me feel a little bit, I mean, I'm not dogging anybody for doing that at all. At all. It makes me feel bad. I agree, hair curlers in crime. Oh, you guys are welcome. Now you can be part of the, look like you're part of the cool club. Oh, gosh. I think there's a way to buy other people. Oh, yeah, there is ways. Durr. So anyways, what else do we got here? That was the one of the last let's see what this is. I don't know if I've seen this one.
Weekend found something out in the Summer Wells case that has really piqued my interest. There's been a lot of stuff said.
Oh, he's going to talk about the pill.
Different people in the Summer Wells case. A lot of concerning stuff.
We do if somebody pays for it.
But
we get, I mean, if it's paid for, yeah. But if we get free memberships, we don't. It just gives you guys like a membership. So like you can get into like members only things and stuff, which I don't have anyway. So it gives you a little cute butterfly though. Yeah, and it makes you green. Uh-oh. No, I'm not going to watch Ryan. But my guess is he's probably part of the group that it's trying to, what is, I don't know if it would be best for me to really watch him because I'll probably get upset because we don't have the same views like at all. And he really, for some reason, has it against Fred, and I don't want to get upset tonight. And because for some reason, that guy makes me just my blood boil, and I don't like acting like that and getting like that. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that's a month ago, but I was looking here what other stuff. Let's see. Let's check out When Evil Entered. She usually has some good videos. Has she done one since? Well, I think I played her other one.
Dawn's on YouTube drunk again, spilling truth like a leaky pen. Changed his story 20 times, can't keep track of all the lies. Candace plays dumb like it's a game, but can't explain her timeline shame. 4 hours gone, no 911. Tell me again how that helps your son.
Oh my god.
Jody Sue creeping in the dark, claiming she heard a scream like it was art, but forgot her script the next damn day. Oops, guess trauma works that way. She says with her chest all puffed with clout, go ask Andy what them pills were about. Yeah, the ones that sedate them girls. She knew the truth and watched it unfurl. She stood right there and played pretend while those kids were crying, begging for it to end. She didn't call, she didn't tell. She stood in front of Andy while they lived in hell. Let's not forget Andy strong and proud. On the road he says real loud, but the footage rolls and don't align. Wrong date, nah, try wrong time. See, cameras talk and files don't lie. Might be the thread that hangs you high. And what about what your kids described? Summer's body scene while you denied. Those dreams you had weren't fairy tales. Kids don't fake what the heart unveils. You said coincidence, we say clue. The truth's coming and it's looking at you. And Don says proud with a drunk man's grin, there's no evidence like that clears him. No shame, no soul, no second thought. Just a man whose daughter's still not caught. There's no evidence, he says out loud. While a child's missing, he stands so proud. But evidence don't knock on doors. It hides in lies and basement floors. You brag like that line means you're free, but all it means, they just ain't come for you yet, G. Evidence builds piece by piece, and when it lands, your lies will cease. The feds know well who pulled the strings, the ones in suits behind the scenes. When court begins, they'll take the stand, but not in cuffs, just shaking hands. With all their money, they'll walk on out, smiling wide while you scream and shout. They'll be the star, you'll take the fall.
Is that Andy right there? What the heck? Who is that? I never really I don't think I really noticed that face until now. Maybe I have, but now I'm seeing it clearer. The person has a goatee right here. And I think that, isn't that somebody probably recording? Like, well, obviously it is somebody recording, but who is that? That person has a goatee and a hat on. Sorry, I hope I'm not like showing too much cleaves, but I'm sorry, that does look like Andy. I'm sorry, it does. It looks like his build and everything. Huh.
Cause pawns like you were never meant to crawl. They fed you crumbs and let you sin, then slammed the door and locked you in. Now they're clean and you're the mess. Enjoy that sentence and that orange vest.
Hey, Sharon and Patricia. Yeah, milk jug video, yeah. I wonder, that didn't look like Hunter at all. So the milk jug video, that's weird. Was that a video of the video? Was that somebody taking a video of the video of the original? Like, that looks weird. You think that's Jody? It looks like the person has a goatee and has a hat on. That person definitely has a hat on. And has a goatee. Was this from the original day? Because if so, that's a problem. Who the heck is that? That's a guy. But I thought it was supposed to be a, okay. Like somebody, oh. That's probably Grandis turned around with a hat on. She did wear hats a lot. I don't know. It does. The person looks like they have a freaking goatee. I can't help but like see that. But in the video, it's a woman because I remember the women. Well, I mean, it kind of sounds womanly. That's what it looked like at first, somebody outside now. But now looking at it, I kind of think it's somebody like looking like this around the seat, maybe, and holding a camera at Summer. And the person has a hat on. Candace always wears a hat. Grandis always wears a hat. But to me, that person looks like they have a freaking goatee. Like, but, you know, it is kind of pixelated. So, but I don't know. That's pretty freaking clear in a way. That looks like, I don't know. That really does look like a goatee. Okay. Huh. Anyways. Trying to think what else to watch. No. Let's do that. Do they? What the heck? Okay. Just do it like that. I'm gonna see. maybe I need to filter this for some more recent stuff. The heck? Summer Wells, the sacrificial lamb? Not everybody likes tarot and stuff. I'm going to just listen to this. I'm not listening to the whole thing probably unless it's like super interesting, but I just want to listen to it for a second just to see what it's about. Oh my God. Sorry. I think it's so funny how these people watch me so much. I was just saying something. It was hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah, I do think. How many of you guys remember early on when when Krama Mama first came out, and everybody always confused us and thought like people attacked me and accused me of being Krama Mama for like ever, and then she comes out on camera and it was like, oh my God, I thought she was really you, blah blah blah. Our name is the same. Our name is the same first name, and we both have just long hair, and I could see somebody messed up or drunk, could have mistook me for one of the other people, and I wasn't. And honestly, I didn't just say. It's funny how the people are just posting. I mentioned that there's 3 creators. I didn't just mention one other creator with a similar name to me. I mentioned 3. So it's funny that somebody made a post and just put me and Krama Mama. Oh, thank you, Queen Bee. MF motherfucking Queen Bee. So yeah, everybody used to freaking confuse us. Now, of course, because of our voice and stuff, everybody thought we sounded exactly the same. Now, like, it's weird because like when I've seen her, I don't see that now. But I remember back before she would come on camera and be like, oh my gosh, we do sound alike. So yeah, I've seen people who look even more different be confused, I know, right? Cold November Rain, like, come on. Like, why so defensive about such a thing? Stupid. It's really, really, really silly. But isn't that funny though that they automatically go to that person and they just like choose that one when I literally mentioned 2 other creators, not just one? So that seemed quite defensive. Like you're gonna put just which me and that one look more alike than me and the other one. But So I think these funny people are just so funny because they're looking so stupid, the lengths that they're going to. I'm gonna hear what she says here.
Been missing in Tennessee for over 4 years. So let's see what's currently going on in Summer's case. We have it's time to release negativity, Scorpio, intense energy, a win-win outcome is forecast. So justice for the negativity caused, for the transformation. Let's see. It's like the transformation of energy, of justice. So I feel like so far justice has been inverted in this case.
Hey, Connie.
What is the current energy? One card around the Summer Wells case. The energy is gaining momentum. I have noticed that with Summer's case, it seems like it's getting a lot of momentum, a lot of energy, and I feel like this is transforming the negative energy around the case to give it acceleration instead, especially when it comes to justice. A win-win outcome is forecast. Wow, so this is a good sign, and I don't like to be too...
And the negativity, like the people and the confusion too, it takes away from focus and the positivity, the positive energy towards, finding out what happened to Summer Wells, and getting Summer justice. So the negative energy is very, very, and the drama is very damaging, It's a very easy way to confuse people and get people looking elsewhere. Because people, unfortunately, are very, very, including myself, tempted by the devil, the evil, of drama, and you're tempted to want to just go off and defend yourself. It's human nature, and you've got to learn how to, and I'm speaking to myself, control that by not putting that stuff in your space. Like I said, guys don't have to send me that stuff because I don't care to see it, but that one was kind of funny to see though, because but yeah, I don't really care what they're saying or posting. Oh, did you watch this already, Lean on Me? Or you mean you pray she's right about some kind of I guess she's trying to say that the case. I mean, I draw cards on it, and I get that, yes, we're going to get answers. Like, always get the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, always, always. So, I just hope it's not another 4 years,
Optimistic about things like that. I'd never say that someone would get their justice unless it is shown to me either in the cards or through the spirit energy themselves. But this is looking really good.
Good.
And I was never sure.
You think that's why these people are like trying so hard? Like, that's just sad.
If Summer would get her justice, because that's how dark and disturbing and negative this case really is. Summer had to deal with a lot of dark things.
I don't know, Patricia.
We have the Tower release.
I keep going back and
I feel like a Tower moment happened, but Summer...
I'm not sure that I'm, I don't know what to think. I don't know. I've thought about it, but I don't even want to really say because I'm trying to remain positive,
It was released somewhere. And this is the Six of Cups in reverse. Somewhere is just a memory now. A Tower moment happened. Okay, so let's see. The energy currently around the Summer Wells case. Please and thank you, Spirit. I saw 222. The energy around the Summer Wells case. 3 cards. Please and thank you. 7 of Wands, defense. Who is defending themselves? Who is going to feel the need to defend themselves?
It is.
Let's see. It's indefensible and reprehensible what was done to Summer. The hangman, sacrifice.
Oh my God. I get that a lot too. So.
Thank you, Summer. 10 of Wands, responsibility. Someone wanted to sacrifice their responsibility and there was a change. And yeah, I wish this energy was not so accurate. We also have the King of Pentacles, security, the Sugar Daddy card, and the Wheel of Fortune, luck. Luck was not on Summer's side, that's for sure. So this is the Sugar Daddy card. This could represent Don, but I feel like this represents a wealthy man, a man who is wealthier than Don. I feel like Candace wanted to sacrifice her responsibility and they traded Summer in for money so they could make a change and they could invest that money into their home, their responsibilities. No, probably into their drugs. Let's be real.
Sorry, that was kind of funny in a way. She obviously knows them. Oh my gosh.
So to me, this is just confirming my own personal beliefs about what happened to Summer. So what I think happened is she was sold. She was sacrificed. The hangman is literally a sacrifice. Was she sacrificed to the gods, the moon? This is like the yin and yang inverted. This is the good and the bad. This is the dark side. She was sacrificed to the dark side by dark, wealthy people. She was sold by her parents who had other priorities and responsibilities. But with the swords here, this is telling me, I feel like she died from a knife or a sword, literally. It could be kind of medieval in a way, because this is giving medieval kings, queens. With the wands here, this is telling me that Summer was abused in all of the ways. She was being essayed at home.
I haven't seen
but
this,
maybe
guys,
also
so
by
I'm
the people who bought her.
I wasn't.
So they abused her, they sacrificed her to the dark gods. This sounds wild, but this is my personal opinion. This is how dark this case is. This is why I can't read on it too much, because when I tune into this energy, it just makes it more real for me that the cards keep on confirming these things that I wish were not true. It seems beyond the realm of reality, but sometimes the truth is stranger
I don't think so.
than fiction. I feel like Summer was also hung upside down. This is like,
oh my god, that's horrible.
I'm thinking of, and this is just an example, this is nothing about anyone's religion, but for example, halal meat. So the animals are slaughtered in a certain way. I always get animal slaughter when I think of Summer, a lamb to the slaughter.
You guys remember like Jody Sue and her death box and getting all these dead animals off the road and freaking weird stuff like that? I don't know, guys. This is like creepy. But yeah, in a way, it does give the same vibe as Donna Serafina. It is weird though. Like the sacrifice thing has came up a lot. Sacrifice can mean different things. Like it doesn't have to mean sacrifice as in like a ceremonial sacrifice. But you remember Rick Crawford Sr., which was even confirmed by Marlena Crawford, but told Fred, which we came out first interview in January of 2022 or December of 2021, January of 2022. That's right. Because it came out that Rick Crawford Sr. told Fred that Dawn had told him Summer had been sacrificed for his sins, and he was all upset about it and crying. What's that mean? Is that ceremonial, or is that something like figuratively, like, you know? Yeah, and that is creepy, and it's the same type of scenario that, like, Donna Serafina was saying. I don't know if she's heard that. I'm guessing she probably has. This person does seem to know the case a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to be this intense. Usually it's not this, like, descriptive, but, like, I am curious to hear it, even though it's disturbing. I mean, really, how much more disturbing can it get than the, I guess it always could get more disturbing, which is, oh God, I don't want to know. Okay, Rhiannon, that's cool. Has anyone heard of new plans by TBI to search for Summer? You know, like, I saw that one video that Olivia's in. I think that's probably what you probably saw too, that maybe sparked. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, Sage. It's a guy who shared a video that he did with Olivia, and he has like a lot of followers on YouTube, but I don't know. I kind of watched it. I don't know. It wasn't my type of thing, really. It's I think Sage is going to get it for us. It's like something of Wild Adventures with John something, or something like that. Something similar to that. Something Adventures with John, I think his name. But anyways, the title mentions something about TBI searching for Summer. I kind of think like maybe she was I didn't watch it because I mean, I went through it a little bit, but it wasn't interesting I wasn't interested really in it, so I just changed. So I don't know exactly, but I guess I just assumed they were talking about the supposed tip the PI got, or no. No, I'm sorry. Leslie Earhart, when she said there was a tip, the TBI tip. And also there's something about the search, like the TBI search, maybe they're talking about the driveway, the bottom of the driveway. Yeah, the John Ward, Appalachian Channel with John Ward. I don't know where I got adventures with, but at least I got the John part right. He must be pretty good, though, because he does have a lot of followers. John Ward. Yeah, they'll figure it out because it was just posted yesterday. I might show it here, or I might go ahead and once I get done here, I could probably get the link for you guys. Oh, right. Here it is right here, actually. It's right here at the side. The top right. Look at that, guys. Right here. That's the video we're talking about. So, come on now. Okay. Yeah, congratulations to Olivia for doing so well. So young. All right.
And that's the most awful energy to tune into, especially from a beautiful, innocent little girl. But in the halal, it's not just killing them for me. It's about sacrificing them in a way. It's very sacred the way it's done, but it's very painful for the animal or the person on the receiving end. This is so they will taste better.
Ew.
Apparently. I don't know. I've never tried halal meat and I never will. But apparently it's to make them taste better.
Oh, ew. They're talking about oh my God. They're talking about when people like try to scare the animals because actually there's also like when you, like for some animals, if they get really scared when they're killed, like their meat will taste like different. Ew, these people are so weird. This reader is Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. This is pretty, I don't know. This is kind of intense. I mean, I'm gonna. It's a little too much for even myself, but I am curious. I might have to fast forward through some of this if they're going to talk about, like, I don't want to think of that kind of stuff. Adrenochrome, yeah.
Because they're scared, so this is giving me adrenochrome, a sacrifice, essay, adrenochrome, halal. Is someone a Muslim? I don't know. Is there a wealthy man from somewhere else? But I feel like if there are wealthy men, people were sent to do their dirty work. There's middlemen. There's different characters. It's like a chessboard.
Yep.
Who's the king on the chessboard? Who's that sugar daddy? I don't know. But basically,
yep.
Summer's parents dropped their responsibility and they got what they wanted from it, and whoever Summer went to, they felt like they got more than their money's worth. So this was like a very special, sacred thing. I feel like she could have been sacrificed on a sacred night. And if you can't find it in the regular calendar, you can probably find it in the satanic calendar. And I will say no more than that. Reverend Donna Serafina has a few videos, and she goes into Summer Wells, but she also goes into Lori Vallow and the satanic calendar behind that. And with Lori Vallow, there was an energy she picked up of, consuming the flesh. And I feel like this is a possibility also with Summer Wells. So there is no depravity that Summer Wells didn't have to go through, and this is why Summer's case has always broken my heart. From the moment I saw Summer's picture, my heart was broken.
And that's the type of people,
I just knew.
This is the type of people that these freaking, I mean, not that I believe all this. God, I hope not, okay? I really pray to God that this is not all true. I mean, but even if half of it's true, like, and a lot of it seems possible, these are the kind of people these people are like white knighting for. It's so gross. Wait till the truth comes out of what happened to Summer Wells, and how are these people going to feel?
That child had an awful life, and she's not alive. I knew that straight away when I first seen her missing
Sometimes
poster.
you can interpret the cards wrong. That's true. But there is, for me, when I see this, I see that they had to defend themselves because, like, the Seven of Wands is about defense, like it says at the bottom. And the Hangman is a sacrifice, but it also can mean change of mind, like changing, like also being patient, a change in direction, change of perspective. So, like, they needed to change something about, like, sacrifice some. Well, I feel like it is sacrifice, like a sacrifice, get rid of something because of some kind of responsibility. The Ten of Wands is about a bunch of responsibilities that they had, and then and burdens, you know, and so they had to freaking do something about it with the Ten of Swords at the bottom left. And yes, this is a sale. The King of Pentacles is, it shows that they had to put it into it. And yes, this shows a wealthy man. I mean, I believe, like, what I'm seeing pretty much similar. I don't see all, you know, I don't know where she is getting that, you know, eating of flesh and stuff like that. I mean, there is a very medieval, evil feeling around it, energy. So I disagree with the cards that I see, and I do believe there was some kind of exchange or sale. Yes, I've always felt that. So I do feel like because of the Ten of Wands being so much responsibility and burden, it's like they had to give something up in order to take care of all that responsibility and burden with that sacrifice right before. And that's why and right before that, the Seven of Wands, which is to defend themselves. You know, they had to take action to defend themselves in order to take care of all those responsibilities, you know. So I guess they were going to have to give up Summer, I guess, is the way it looks like, and put it into it with the Ten of Swords, which and, you know, it involves the King of Pentacles.
Thank you for the confirmation, as always, to the tarot. Not that we want it. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love the cards to contradict my personal opinions. I don't like my opinions to affect the cards, but usually the cards just confirm my initial suspicions. Okay, so can we get one card? There's a few different people I want to pull a card for because there's just so many players on this chessboard. Obviously, we want to get to the Kingpin. I'm hearing Give It Away by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know if I'm a Kingpin or a pauper. Okay. Can I get one energy to represent the energy of Candace Wells, please? And thank you. The Seven of Wands, witches should hold other witches accountable. So the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Wands, Candace feels like she has to defend herself. Double confirmation. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing Dawn saying to Candace, I've got 7 alibis. Candace has got none. She's going down. I feel like Candace maybe met up with the middleman or received the money. But it's like Candace is the scapegoat of some sort. Can we get one card to represent Dawn Wells? Please and thank you. We have Judgment in reverse. All the signs say you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So Dawn was not where he was supposed to be or where he said he was. Was Dawn there? Because this is going against the angels and going with the devils. Was Dawn a part of this? Was he privy to what happened to Summer after the fact? That's a strange energy, but it's very possible. And as we said, the truth can be stranger than fiction. Can I get a card to represent...
It only has a few more
Jodie Sue Brown.
Jodie Sue.
We have Justice. So this is Jodie on her laptop. Whether this is a cape or a house coat, there's a witch's hat. Jodie Sue Brown is a witch, and she's sticking to her truth. And in her own way, she is fighting for justice and defending herself. So this could be Candace and Jody Sue defending themselves. What about Andy Bernard?
Is what she just said.
We have the Knight of Swords, be ambitious. Okay. Andy Bernard is ambitious. He could have been the middle man. What about Fred Hill? I want to take this. Strength in reverse. Fred was weak to something, weak to his will, or weak when it comes to money. I feel like these are pawns in the great game. And they may be dealers, but they're certainly not the kingpins. Who else do we want to read on? What about Hunter? I don't usually ask about him. Ace of Wands. So something about lighting a candle or lighting a fire up someone's ass, and someone's going to feel like they need to defend themselves. Is Hunter going to speak up or speak out about something? Okay, and what about Grandness? One card for Grandness before we go. We have the Eight of Wands. This is light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. So Grandness isn't going anywhere, but at the time, she fled. So I feel like there's a coven around this case. And there's many people who want to protect and preserve their own image, their own reputation. And yeah, I feel like light will be brought to this, but for now, it's like a battle of the beach creekers, and it's every man for himself. So maybe people will start to turn against each other.
I hope so.
We also have the King of Cups in reverse. So to me, what does this say? Compose yourself before giving a response. This is giving me Dawn,
but
not being a natural father and being anything but composed when he does speak out to defend himself or respond to anything. So sometimes silence speaks 1,000 words and silence speaks volumes. And the momentum certainly is heating up. And I feel like everybody is feeling it. So let me know down below what you think, what your own personal theories or opinions are about what happened to Summer. How do you interpret these cards? And please make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you go. That really helps my channel. If you have any questions or recommendations, put them in the comments. I would love to read them. And I will see and connect with you all again in the next one. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah.
So I'm going to read my comment to you guys as my response. Well, I'm not going to put that. Of course, I really don't really hope these things didn't happen to her. So I'm just saying, loved it, but obviously disagree about Fred Hill. He is my husband and has been one of the biggest advocates for Summer Wells. I'm very sorry, but you got his energy wrong. When the truth comes out, a lot of people are, let's see, when the truth, let me see how I want that. 11:11, guys. 11:11. That must be some kind of sign to me about me typing this. I don't know. Loved it. But and Fred's birthday is 11/11, guys. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God. It's funny. I looked down at the time, 11:11. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, 11/11? That's Fred's birthday. Anyway, so loved it, but obviously do disagree about Fred Hill. He is my husband and has been one of the biggest advocates for Summer Wells. And has worked extensively with law enforcement to help find her several times. He even recorded for law enforcement. So, loved it, but obviously disagree about Fred Hill. My husband has been one of the biggest advocates for Summer Wells and has worked extensively with law enforcement to help find her several times. He even recorded for law enforcement. And I'll put in parentheses, Dawn, Candace, Andy, and Jody Sue. There we go. So, anyways, let's hope. Oh my God. Well, I do know, I'll say, obviously, I know the energy that she's got for Fred is just not correct. So it kind of makes me have hope that maybe the whole like eating of flesh and the stabbing things and all of the real crazy everything, actually, I hope it all is wrong. I don't suppose she has ever watched Dawn. Well, she said Dawn, she believes an exchange happened. Fred has been used as a pawn, but he not knowingly, you know what I mean? That's the thing. In a way, she's correct. That's why the strength in reverse, he's not aware. They looked at him as weak guy. That's how I see that card. These people looked at him as the weak one and the scapegoat, and that's how I look at it. Like, they mistook him for somebody very weak. And so that's how I see that. And that's why they tried to put it on him, you know? And a group of them teamed up. So yeah, and kind of in a way, she is right. He was a pawn, but not in the way she's going. You know, not in the way she thinks. And it is hard. It just like Lean On Me says, you can misinterpret the cards really easily. But you learn over time, like, you try to learn over time, like, what works and what doesn't. You get better and better. So it's very easy to misinterpret, especially when you're just getting one card about somebody. You can't really tell much about just one card, unless she's claiming that she's psychic on top of that. So I don't know. So yeah, I agree with her, but a twist. A twist. I feel like they looked at Fred as the weakling, you know, and didn't think that he would say or do anything, or would, because he was obviously in the drug scene, and there was a big group of them. They just really did not think he's a quiet guy. He really is like a quiet guy, unless you really know him. So he stays to himself. He doesn't look for trouble. So they looked at him as weak, truly. That's how I truly believe that. And unfortunately, they were wrong, you know? They really truly thought that I think they were not aware. They really truly thought that law enforcement wouldn't take him seriously because of him being in the drug scene. And little did they know that Fred knew one of the officers from since he was a child, and asked him immediately if he would record. And not only were they asking Fred to record, they were asking other people too to see their reactions. So I'm guessing there's other people that recorded. And I do know there's a couple who did not, that I know for a fact, that would not record. David Britt was asked to record and he would not do it. And he bragged, he talked about it all over the creek. Hey, Annabella. But when you look at them, like when people look at me and look at Fred, they think they mistake us for weak because we're kind people, you know, and we give people chances and we forgive and we're, you know what I mean? And people take advantage of that. There is, you know, good people who get hooked on drugs and do not good things because of their addiction, you know, like I used to be, you know, an addict at one point, you know, in my 20s, bad on pills. And I completely changed my life around. It's what you have to learn from those experiences. And the ones trying to change and do better, like we should promote that and encourage that, you know? So it's really sad also to me that people have purposely, including this group of people who is going, you know, one after another going live to try to paint us a certain way. They're purposely trying to sabotage Fred and his recovery, get him in trouble, you know, with them calling agencies and stuff. And like, why? I just don't understand that. That's not from a good place, obviously. And why? You know, just like when I heard that they were trying to set up Fred and purchase cocaine off him, and it's like, why are you trying to set him up? Because he said Andy was on the road? What? Are you for Summer Wells or are you for Andy Bernard? You know, so it doesn't make sense. It's pure hate and evil, straight up. And my guess is some of these people are drinking and on substances, don't have clear minds, because like you would think if somebody was just like, I don't know, or they got mental issues, because how does people like for months on end, like back such stuff, you know, something's gotta be wrong. That's all there is to it. Something's gotta be up. Somebody cannot be thinking clearly. I mean, proof is in the pudding. Look at our lives and how much it's got improved for both of us. And then there's them, you know, Don Wells buddies. Oh, thank you guys. That's sweet of you, lean on me. I wish, Connie, that they would focus on instead their energy on something good, you know, instead of trying to debunk everything I say. To me, I feel like, yeah, they're not though. They're not. It's all they've turned completely drama. Oh my God. I was talking to one of you guys on the phone last night, and I was like cracking up because this person was like, and they know who they are. They were like so heated. They were like, these losers, look at them. They don't even brush their hair. And like, it was like, I was just dying, dude. He's sitting on their high horses and stuff. And it was funny. Made me feel better that you guys care so much and that it upsets you. And I don't want you guys to have a heart attack, or because it's going to upset you to hear things people saying that some of you that really know us, and that is the ones of you that know for a fact certain things are completely made up and not true. Yeah, it's going to really upset you, and it's not right. But so, oh, look, guys, the 2-hour mark just hit. So seriously, just must have just got that they're 2 hours in. They're trying to see if they're trying to see if they're able to type yet. I knew it was a troll because it was right after the 2-hour mark. Oh man, they waited 2 hours to type. They sat here for 2 hours. It didn't get to say a thing because I'm too smart for these people. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I wonder how that would be possible when there's drug tests done on Fred. So at least you would have to know that he's definitely clean. So that would be pretty stupid for him to risk, going back to prison. I really, really, he is so over it. You get to a point in your life that you truly do and once you're through that, withdrawal and all that hell, you don't want to go back there. And after you've been through it and over and over again, there's a time you do get to a point. And this is the first time that Fred, I mean, he's never had a period of time like this before where he's been clean. So, I mean, I truly believe that he's just a new person now. And as far as he's always been a good person, except, dealing drugs is not good because you don't know, somebody could get a hold of it and get hurt or whatever. So that's definitely evil. But we all make mistakes, and what matters is people trying to do better and improve. And he's been making tremendous strides and doing so well. And I'm so proud of him that,
I love doing drug screens.
Doing drug screens, you love them?
And it ain't these little petty drug screens that doctor's offices give either.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to watch everything I do. I can't take no kind of NyQuil, no kind of anything with Dramamine in it. No, I mean, over-the-counter medicines, a lot of them you can't take. I mean, energy drinks, there's a lot of energy drinks you can't drink. I mean, it's just extensive.
Yeah, I've even heard about red Gatorade.
I mean, it ain't these little petty ones that they take.
Mm-hmm. So
doctor's offices and stuff.
Right. Oh, thank you so much, guys. To the person who just said that Cash App, I really appreciate that. Connie said, "Hey, Fred."
Hey, buddy. But I never know what day I'm going to have a drug screen.
Right. It's all every day. It's crazy, but it's all on the phone, so it's not. It's you get. Well, it's actually you could do it on the computer too, so it's really not much of an inconvenience. But I mean, once you make it
every day, having to take.
Yeah, he can't even go to sleep until he freaking does it usually. So because it will bug him. So yeah, he should be proud. It's really not very many people do it. And that's why there's a lot of them that's jealous. And also, I mean, because these people, it's clear, nobody who's normal would think and do that kind of stuff. Or unless you're on some kind of substance, even alcohol, even if somebody's drinking a lot, like alcohol is one of the worst drugs. It can make you like act silly, like, you know, I don't know. These people, there's got to be either something wrong, like mentally, or they're on something, because you cannot like do that for. How does can somebody be so like negative and stuff? Like no normal person does that. They have responsibilities and things to take care of. You know, like if you're all focused on me and Fred, then like, what about your, I mean, how can you get anything else done in life? You know what I mean? Like seriously, these people watch my every move.
Even my probation is, you know, I have to not just abide by Indiana laws, I have to abide by Tennessee laws and Indiana laws.
Mm-hmm.
And there's several things that's different between both states.
Yeah. There's serious I mean, you guys, that's really would be really stupid for us to be using. There's serious consequences to that right now in our lives. I have a daughter who is not yet 18, and Fred's on probation. Like, I don't play around with that type of stuff. Like, I mean, it's not worth it to me at this point in my life. I'm not a freaking, in my 20s, I'm not that person anymore. It's just not my life anymore. It's not. I'm still cool as hell, but, and I'd still probably do THC if it was legal, but I won't even dabble in that anymore because these people are crazy. So, and plus, you know, with Fred here, I can't risk that stuff. Not only that, like, obviously, I mean, there's many reasons. So people, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and it's just so silly. And back that granddaughter told me 8:15 was 9:15. What? Right? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if whatever it is that's, if anything is like affecting your life, or controlling it. If you are controlled by, like, if you can't get through the day without having a drink, or if you can't get through the day without, whatever, if it's affecting your life and your relationships, negatively, then it's a problem. Whether it's prescribed, alcohol, weed, no matter of sex, what it is, anything that's controlling you and having you do things you normally would not do, that's a problem.
There's many addictions.
Yeah, so it just depends. Like certain people get hooked on different things, you know, and it affects them differently. Some people, like me, I can't stand even the thinking of drinking alcohol. It makes me immediately want to get sick, you know. Like, I used to drink, but I was you know, I usually be on something else too. So it's just, ew, no.
Yeah, I mean, caffeine and sugar is a drug, you know?
Yeah. Does it feel good to be a law-abiding citizen?
Yeah.
They said.
It does.
And it makes these people so mad too. And that's what's so, you guys, that's so much hate. And that's so sad, really. How horrible, or how like sad must these people be that they're wishing like negativity and purposely trying to put out roadblocks and obstacles out there for us, you know, and Fred, and trying to cause problems, just like, and trying to get us arrested, just craziness. That stuff backfires, and I think people are starting to see that.
And stuff, the probation or whatever they want to, you know. But I've got to be the one that mess up before I can get in trouble. No matter how much they call in and say stuff, they still have to prove that to what they say. As long as I'm still doing the next right thing, I can't get in trouble, you know. As long as I stay clean and.
Yeah, we stay to ourselves, so, you know, we just like, we don't hang out with anybody ever. It's just us. So
It's either me and you or me and the river.
yeah, so I don't have friends. I keep my circle I mean, I have people that I've known and stuff that throughout my life, and I'd call them friends, but we don't hang out and stuff. Like, life takes over and responsibilities take over. But I don't have normal like people in my life that I hang out with like daily and hey drink party. No, like at all. I don't hang out with anybody. I've learned that the less people in my life and my circle, the better. I mean, unfortunately, and it's the same here too. I got on YouTube, I got way too close to, I was giving people way too much access to my life and letting it affect me and letting people like affect what I would talk about, who I would talk about. I would not like say things because I would be, worried to make these certain people mad. But now, like, I don't care, if you can't, I don't care. You learn, guys, like what is, stop.
Oh.
That really hurts my ears.
I know.
Yeah, people, places, and things. I mean, and yeah, your addiction follows you, but Fred's not around those people and all those characters that he knew, and that wasn't my drug of choice. I wasn't into meth or, that wasn't my thing. My thing was pills back in the day. So I would not know where to get that. So.
I mean, he don't matter if you're around normal using friends or what.
I wouldn't even know where to get pills now either.
Drugs all around you, no matter what city, state, or wherever you go, it's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you've been in drugs, and I can sit on the porch and tell you everybody that's got drugs walking down the street or whatever,
Yeah, and
it's up to me to say no.
Yep. But yeah, they like So anyways, but yeah, and just like certain theirs was, how I was saying, like, in a way, yes, Fred was a pawn. Well, in a way too, Hunter was probably a pawn. In my opinion, he probably was unaware of what is even about to happen, but was probably used in a way for an alibi or in some way. I mean, that's, he was a child. People have to remember about that. He was 14 or 13, 14, so I don't know. I really doubt he's really involved. But I mean, he might have witnessed something, but I feel like he was used. He's a child, so that would mean he wouldn't have. I mean, children don't have the right to, like, well, I don't know. Most you go out is when Fred and Ziggy walk to the store. Well, we do take walks several times a day, but
to the store, get your drink.
Well, gas station, yeah, just to get a drink. Because I want to force myself though to walk. That's why I do that, so that I can try to keep it a habit of walking, just to be healthier. So, right, I wouldn't know even where to go and get anything at this point, Mimi 06. And I'm sure, like, it's much more difficult to get prescriptions, you know, these days off doctors because of all the opiate epidemic. So anyways, guys, I guess I've been on kind of a long time, and overall we had a pretty good live. So I appreciate you guys being here. And me and Fred both like really appreciate your guys' support. And thank you guys so much. I don't know if I... Somebody just texted me and said that Crystal is calling out Gavel and Krama. Is quite interesting. Andy B is in chat. So I guess that might be interesting to go see. You guys, if you want to go watch that. Crazy Crystal, you know. What can we expect next? I mean, it's funny though.
Looks like she made a video yesterday all about my daughter.
Yeah, that's messed up. I don't want to give her attention. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. I forgot about that.
No, she made shorts, but she done a 3 hour, almost 4 hour thing about this.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
But that'd give her a lawsuit.
I know. I mean,
messing with that. And that's on my hands.
Fred's daughter has money and connections.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and she's a really good person too, just like Fred. Seriously. So it's sad that she would even like do that, but you guys, so I totally forgot about that. I wish I would have remembered about that before even laughing or even saying anything about her going after Gavel and Krama. Oh, they were on Deed's panel today. Out from under your feet. All right, guys. Chad Arnold's recent arrest. Yeah, I brought it up. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. He got arrested for something like drugs and stuff.
I'd say he'd be gone for a while. He just got caught August of last year, which
yeah, it's probably best though.
Again. I mean, he'd be gone a while.
It's probably best. It's probably his only shot to get clean, so yeah, it's probably a good thing. Especially if he was hanging out with people like Marlena Crawford. That's not good, in my opinion. That's just an opinion, though. So
I mean, it'll probably save his life. But...
yeah. Let's hope that he gets clean, and if he does know anything and has heard anything about Summer Wells, I hope that he speaks, you know, truly. But yeah. So all right, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.